Welcome, Irish fans, to this week's edition of the Jack Swarbrick Show. On today's show, we will chat with Notre Dame starting defensive lineman and economics major Jerry Tillery and the executive director of the Notre Dame Monogram Club, Grant Ust. But first, to get things started, here are your hosts, Jack Swarbrick, Notre Dame linebacker James Onwualu, and Notre Dame softball pitcher Rachel Nasland.
They're back.
Finally.
We missed you last week.
Thank you.
Not too mad.
Not mad at all.
I
no.
ditched out.
No,
You dished out a couple weeks.
We switched times on you. You didn't realize it was bad communication, but we had 3 cameras operated by one person.
There you go.
Jack and I. It was a little lonely, but we muddled through.
I heard ratings went down.
Oh,
Oh,
crash.
come on.
Plummeted. Just the knowledge that you weren't going to be here caused the
Nobody
ratings
watched.
to plummet. Okay, so what'd you guys do over fall break?
I was back home. Went home and actually saw one of my high school football games, which I hadn't gotten to see since I graduated there.
Wow. They win?
No, they lost,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Missing you there, huh?
Yeah, but it was fun to watch. A little bit slower than I remember it, and a little smaller crowd than I remember. But it was fun to get back and got some food from Mom and laid on the couch and saw some friends. So.
Now, do you have to do some form of working out, or is it
I
a
was
short enough
active.
period of time you don't have to?
I was active.
Okay.
That's what they tell
So,
us to stay active.
A couple brisk walks with my mom down on the river, and then 1 or 2 lifts, but nothing crazy. It's a pretty quick turnaround, and you want to get your legs back and everything. So
Yeah, we're getting up and down off that couch.
exactly up the stairs to my room, down the stairs to the kitchen.
Rachel, how about you?
I spent a little bit of time in Chicago with my sister, and then I also went home and hung out with the family. I went to my little brother's football game, and it's so weird to see all the players that's so small.
Oh, I know.
They're all so small. It's so much different than you remember.
Yeah,
There's
crazy.
a huge difference between, obviously, high school and college, but it's just crazy to think that players come out of high school ball.
Oh, I know. I always say, like, if I had a week, or we'll say 2 weeks playing college, and then went back to high school, it'd be unbelievable. Just the knowledge and speed of everything that once you get here, you go back and it's amazing.
It's all different. How old's your brother?
He's 17, and he just picked up football this year. So
What's he play?
he's wide receiver. He's a little guy, so he hasn't played the past few years, and so this year he decided to start playing, and he likes it. So it was kind of fun to see him out on the field. He's a lacrosse player originally, so.
So speed runs in the family?
Yeah, I'm really fast. I run like quick sprints to the mound and back. That's about it.
They don't put you in as the designated runner when they need a stolen base? You're not it?
No, the last time I actually did that in high school, I got hit in the back of the head with the ball. I'm just a wreck and on the field, so.
Wow. Well, so you guys had from Tuesday till Sunday off, right? Football team?
Yeah. We had practice and, film review on Monday. And then after that, everybody pretty much headed home on Tuesday. Got back in on Sunday, got some scouting report stuff done. Got out on the field just a little bit, just a little shakeout to get the rust off. And then bonus practice on Monday.
Okay, give us without giving any trade secrets away, give us a little bit of a scouting report.
Yeah, no secrets, but it's going to be a good matchup. Obviously, there's a little history with it, and they've got a lot of playmakers that'll be fun to match up against. And quarterback's good, tight ends are good, and obviously they have a little bit of speed, so it'll be fun. Good matchup for our defense.
It's I'm sorry that the timing didn't work out exactly right, but ESPN is doing a 30 for 30 on this rivalry, but going back especially to the most notable game when the Convicts versus Catholics T-shirt came out and got so much publicity, and I got to screen that. I got to see the.
I thought we were going to get the sneak peek.
You are. I got to do it much earlier.
Okay.
It's great. It's going to air. I think it's actually Heisman Trophy night.
Okay.
In December will be the first time it'll air on ESPN, and
there you go.
It's a great historical piece, but it's a lot of fun too. There are dynamics to that I had no idea about, especially surrounding the T-shirt, and that's the motif for the whole show about how the shirt came to be and what the consequences of it were. And I don't want to ruin it, but it sort of is a quintessential Notre Dame story about how the T-shirt came to be and how the guy who made it got in trouble for making it.
I got a little summary of it.
I was actually talking to James before the show. My family's coming out this weekend too, and my younger brother is a little entrepreneur himself, and he wanted to make Catholic versus convict T-shirts and sell them and stuff. But he has a football game for league championship now, so he can't come. But he had wanted to do that. But my older brother, is coming out, and his roommate played for Miami's football team too. So it's kind of a fun rivalry that they have going on. Yeah.
So your little brother's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
He had a little lacrosse.
He has a lacrosse business.
Yeah.
That he still has, and he sold it to some companies.
Sheesh.
He started when he was 13, and so he's done pretty well for himself. He has an apparel line, and
wow, future Kevin Plank.
Right, I
A
know.
little work.
I gotta get to know this guy.
Yeah.
So how's the week of practice been?
It's gone well. Any week we have a bonus practice. It kind of helps to spread out the week. You don't have to jam pack as much in a practice. So Monday was a little bit shorter, but we got a lot of work done, and it's been nice that they've set it up that way so that we can really get rolling here on Tuesday and Wednesday. And we've had some clean practices. Everybody's fresh, which is nice, and practices are much cleaner when everybody's legs are working and Jerry Tillery's not falling all over the place.
Now Jerry's going to come on here and give you a hard time.
Oh, I know.
Careful.
I'll let him know. I tell him all the time. So
Legs give out.
yeah, no body control.
You got to stay completely focused, of course, on Miami, an important game. But on the horizon, you've got 2 triple option teams coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys do something during the year to sort of keep you fresh on all of that?
Yeah, in the past we've done, just throw in a period, which is a period's just like a little 5-minute segment of practice, just to get a taste of it. Did a little bit in camp, just a taste here or there, just so you've seen it. But a good amount of the guys have seen it or played against it, so we'll pick it up, and we've got a good game plan and have in the past few years for that style of offense, so we should be good.
Yeah, well, certainly.
It'll help too having them back to back. So
yeah, it will, and certainly they're both playing well. Navy especially, top 25 team right now,
scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, they've done really well. Although it's a really interesting year in college football because, with few exceptions, sort of even schools with traditionally good defenses are giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards.
Yeah,
like Oklahoma gave up over 800 yards.
It's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of that has to do with the nature of the game, some of it with the way the game's being called, but it's certainly a different dynamic.
Yeah, and the game's changing. It used to be 2 backs run down your throat, but the college game has changed, and you see teams tempoing, getting 6-7 yards a pop. It's crazy. We'll see.
Yeah, and you just sort of have to roll with that, I presume.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll continue to evolve, and defenses are going to have to catch up at some point. So some crazy mind will come up with a plan to shut down those offenses.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. They'll start officiating a little differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Happen. We are we're doing this in World Series week, so I got to ask you guys, where are your rooting interests?
I'm split. I got a good buddy from Chicago rooting for the Cubs. Got a good buddy from Cleveland. I got to go Cubs, though, just because I'm here and everybody's talking about the Cubs. I've got professors that talk like half the class about the Cubs. So
I'm total bandwagon Cubs.
Yeah.
100%. Well, since my sister lives there, I just jumped on the train with her, and I grew up a Padres fan, but there's not much hope there right now. So
yeah, Twins.
Cubs is a good one.
Yeah, well, it's
betting on them.
There's certainly a Cub bias here on this
Yeah,
campus,
exactly.
and in this community, and in part we're rooting for them because Crane Kenny, a good friend of the athletics program, graduate from here, president of the Cubs, and does a great job on the business side of that operation, and is a big part of their success, obviously, along with Theo and a really talented head coach. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to get over for Game 5.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
Any extra
see.
tickets?
I don't want to make any predictions here, right? I'm confident there will be a Game 5.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean that I'm.
I
that
hope
I'm
so
certain
at
of.
this point.
But we'll see how it goes. Now, for both of you, when you get back off a break like that, is it tough to get back into the swing of things, or is it come pretty naturally?
I feel like it's a short enough break where it's a quick turnaround, so I don't notice much difference. It's just kind of he's disagreeing with me.
I'm disagreeing. It's tough. I think that, like I was talking about earlier, we had, kind of eased back into it football-wise, but we had an hour-long meeting on Sunday, and I know me included, a lot of the guys, and then a lot of the guys in the room, an hour of sitting there, it can get a little bit long when you're not used to it. But
So you guys fell asleep, is what you're saying?
I didn't fall asleep. No, we kept each other awake. Tavon is infamous for falling asleep. We kept him awake, but he was dozing off a little bit. But yeah, it's tough to just come back and sit there for an hour when you're not in the.
So would you have been more prepared? Like, do you feel like you'd be better off if you didn't have that long of a break?
No. It's good for my body and my mind. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what I
just
think,
saying
yeah.
it took a day or two to get back, and Coach did a good job of getting us back in on Sunday, have some meetings to get us back into a routine and shake us out a little bit. So.
You were in the meeting and you were flashing back to being on the couch.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
Sort of the same
Exactly.
mentality.
I'm used to laying on the couch watching a movie,
Channeled the same
but
mindset.
now I'm watching film, so I had to lock in.
Now-
I had to remember where I was.
A million years ago, of course, but my recollection of being here and having those breaks is when you come back, the rest of the semester just flies by.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're like in finals before
It
you
was
know
already going way too fast for me. I'm
Yeah, I
out of
agree.
here in December. It's crazy.
I know, that's weird.
Flying by.
Yeah. Well,
Second half always goes faster, though.
It
You're
goes so
right.
fast because Thanksgiving's just around the corner, and then it's finals,
yeah,
and
they
you're
get
done.
really into it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, hang in there. You'll get through it. You've done so well so far.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll visit with two engaging guests.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I can tell you're excited to interview one of them. We'll be back in a minute.
Stepping onto that field, you got your teammates rushing around you, fans, the bright lights. It's incredible.
The shot from McGowan, and she scores!
And we know that there's no easy games throughout the season. Every game is going to be a fight.
Great footwork. Little makes the diving save.
It's like this team is a family. You're playing for something that's bigger than yourself.